Have you ever heard that old saying, some days you're the hammer, some days you're the nail? My brand spanking new 114-gallon portable diesel tank, I guess it's my day to be the nail. Stuck my forklift through the top because when I was unloading this off the back of my pickup truck, I had a little rollover accident with nothing but the diesel tank. And there's 100 gallons of diesel in here, and you can see that nothing leaked, not the first single drop, and we have no holes that went all the way through the top of this. So I'll put some waterproof stuff on that, and it'll just be a cosmetic injury. So at any rate, let's see how this sucker works. Let me get it. It's got the alligator clips here. I'm going to plug it into the battery on the tractor, and let's pump some diesel and fill this TYM tractor up and do some work. Alright, you can see our power cord coming off the pump is plenty long enough from where we've got the tractor parked, or reach back around from the tail of your pickup truck to the battery up in the hood. And the two alligator clips on the positive and negative on the battery. The only thing you have to do with this, there's an on-off switch here, and on the 114-gallon model, which this is, you've got a ball valve here. Just run that over to the feed position. You've got a gas gauge tank there that doesn't, there's 100 gallons in this right now, so it's close, but it's not quite where it ought to be. Here's your filler cap when you take it to the gas station. There's your vent cap. This is just a bag of oil sorb that came with it. I figured it couldn't hurt to throw it in here. And it also comes with an LED light. If you're doing this in the dark, you can turn the light on and have some work to light by. I mean, some light to work by. How's that work? So let's turn it on, start pumping some diesel. This is a 17-gallon tank. And we're just going to fill it up. But it's coming out of there at a pretty daggum good rate. I would have to look at the specs to see what it pumps out gallons per minute wise, or you can go on their website and look all that up. But I picked it up from Northern Tool and Hydraulics, somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,400–1,500 bucks. So it's not exactly cheap, but this tractor's got a 17-gallon tank, and the LS has got a 10-gallon tank. And the worst thing to me is if you run out of gas. I mean, now that was 17 gallons in that amount of time, but I hate to run out of gas and have to run to the gas station and fill up 5 or 10-gallon jugs and hand pour them in here. So that's why we got this. We'll top her off pretty good because I'm going to be working with it all day here. That ought to suffice. And as you go to put it back, there's a little holder right here. But right now, let me get this fuel cap on. We'll do a little more talking on this. All in all, and I'll let you know if my opinion changes, but this is pretty daggum slick. It didn't take long at all to pump up that 17-gallon tank. It's easy to fill up with this big 2-inch opening up here. You got a ball valve, like I said, on this model. So turn it on, turn it off. And a fuel gauge that shows you, a little bit. It's not all that accurate, but it's close enough for government work, I suppose. The only complaint I do have, other than the fact that I put a gouge in the dadgum cover, I'll have to come up here and throw something on that to keep the water from getting in the cover. But the reason that happened is these cutouts here on the bottom are for your pallet forks. My pallet forks are rated at like 4,000 pounds, or just bolt-on pallet forks, and they wouldn't really fit under that. They're too tall for that gap. So that gap should have been a little taller, in my opinion, and that would be my only complaint, because it looks like I'm just going to store it on a set of pallets. When I go to fill it back up, I'm just going to take the top pallet and the tank at once and strap them into the bed of the truck, and that's going to make it a heck of a lot easier getting out of the truck without messing something else up again. But to be full of diesel and to be tipped over by a jack leg, i.e. me, it didn't leak a drop and it still works as advertised. So that's one other thing you can do with it. It does have these hooks. You've got 2 on each side, and these are rated to put straps through. So if you don't want to do it on the the wooden pallet that's got a bigger opening down here, you can always hook it up this way with the 4 straps into a hitch and pick it up and move it that way. So that may be what I do in the future. I don't know, but right now I got gas in the tractor. This thing worked. It didn't bust open on me. It's baffled inside, and so I think it was well worth it. The Kingspan Truckmaster. Like I said, I don't know who all carries them. I picked this one up at Northern Tool and Hydraulics. Give your local dealer or wherever go take a look at them. And if something changes and this thing craps out on me after 6 months, I will be sure and let you know. All right, that's it on this review. So let me get on this tractor and get some work done. We'll see you next time, Hitmakers Outdoors. Bye.